America's heroin epidemic has become impossible to ignore. The numbers are staggering. Nearly 500,000 Americans say they used heroin in the past 30 days. Heroin overdoses more than tripled between 2010 and 2014, and deaths from all opioids, including heroin, are now approaching the number of deaths from car crashes. So how did we get here? Pain. So here's the situation. There's a grim connection between opioid painkiller addiction and heroin addiction in this country. In the 90s, doctors turned to drugs like OxyContin, Vicodin, and Percocet to remedy what was seen as widespread undertreatment of chronic pain. The number of opioid prescriptions filled in 1992? 79 million. By 2012, that number rose a lot to 217 million. As those numbers skyrocketed, the federal government forced drug makers to make prescription painkillers harder to abuse. At the same time, heroin from Afghanistan and Mexico became a cheaper and more readily available alternative. The result is 4 or 5 new heroin users in the US have said they previously misused prescription pain relievers.
So this really is a gateway drug. The prescription drugs become a gateway to heroin.
Now here's the argument. Heroin and opiate addiction are leaking into the political election. Republicans Donald Trump and Ted Cruz are proposing to seal the border.
Got to close up the borders. The drugs are pouring in.
Because you've got Mexican cartels that are smuggling vast amounts of heroin into this country.
Democrats Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders.
We need to understand that addiction is a disease, not a criminal activity.
And instead, move it to where it belongs, as a health issue.
For now, Obama is seeking $1.1 billion in new money to reduce heroin deaths. He's also ordering state Medicaid programs to cover drug treatment. That leaves the medical community, who needs to figure out how to limit abuse and addiction while also being able to effectively treat those in real pain.